final round of Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers are taking place this weekend, with teams from all over the continent finalizing their qualifying campaigns. On Sunday, East African side Uganda will be on the brink of qualifying for their first competition in over 3 decades. Ssenyange gets us underway.
Uganda hosts Comoros in a Group D clash. It will be the most decisive 90 minutes for the East Africans, who last participated in an AFCON competition in 1978. Despite the weight of expectation, head coach Milton Sredojevic remains cautious going into Sunday's game.
The last match is always unpredictable. We are having a very good team against us. I'm telling you, there is no any whatsoever, I want to call it pressure. There is just responsibility. Expectations are huge. And in that regard, we just need to be ourselves.
While previous qualifiers have been punctuated by near misses, there is great optimism even among the players.
We shall fight for our luck on this pitch, everything, to make sure that everything comes on our side.
The 38-year wait to get back into the Africa Cup of Nations could finally be over on Sunday. With the more realistic chance this time round, the Uganda Cranes are under no illusion of the task ahead. Victory will land Uganda a place at the competition in Gabon next year. But the players and the coach know all too well that Comoros will not make it easy for them. Les Colecanters lost narrowly in the same fixture last year, but already impressed with their run in the qualifiers so far, team captain Abdul Najim is looking at finishing the qualifiers on a high.
We never won a game during this campaign. We're going to try. It's our last game, so we're going to try to do a good game and try to win the game as a professional. So hopefully we're going to get in Sunday.
The local Comoros community will be rallying behind their side, and for some, one result matters most.
Except to beat them, though. Yeah, I know we are going to win. That's for sure, because our team is not like before. Now we are very strong. As there is no doubt we are going to win that match.
These guys that you see here, they have got everything, the quality, they can do some wonders in Nambole.
Uganda sits second in Group D, tied on 10 points with table leaders Burkina Faso, who are ahead courtesy of the head-to-head rule. Ssenyange, CCTV, Kampala, Uganda.
Right now, for more on that qualifier tomorrow, beating the Uganda against the Comoros, let's now cross live to Kampala, Uganda, where CCTV's Ssenyange now joins us. Leon, obviously a big match for Uganda. Just 90 minutes stand between them and AFCON history. Just how are the players treating tomorrow's encounter?
Well, Mahwe, of course, expectations are high for both the fans and the players. But as for the players, they attended a training session yesterday, an open training session for the national team, and you'd sense the excitement, the positive mood, the urge to go out there and get a particular result. The players know too well that victory will send them to Gabon. They've gone through, some of them have gone through a few failed campaigns in 2011 and 2013. So you'd sense that there's cautiousness going into this qualifier, the final game, which of course would decide the fate for the national team of Uganda.
Obviously, Leon, a big match also for coach Milutin Sredojevic. Can it be said that Sredojevic has improved the team in terms of successes and improvements?
Well, yes. Partly you'd actually say that, but looking at the tail of the tape and his performance since he joined in 2013, he's actually played, he's been in charge of slightly over 60 matches, won 50% of those, and won one title, that is the Sekafa, the regional title, taken the Uganda Cranes to 2 CHAN championships. But of course, as a nation, the one thing that many are yearning for is qualification to the Africa Cup of Nations. It's been slightly over 30 years since Uganda last participated in that competition. So if it's about success, he's partly gained it, but I think tomorrow will determine just whether he can be up there in the coaches that have held Uganda and taken it places.
And finally, Leon, of course, there does seem to be an elephant in the room in terms of East African football. What would you say the problem is where East African teams seem to qualify but don't seem to perform on the big stage?
There are quite a number of problems for East African sides, but the major one, of course, is finances. How much money is put into our football here? And infrastructure, facilities, we do not have as many as those. So those contribute to just how much a team performs. But beyond the finance and the facilities, you need to look at how consistent we are in competitions, both from the underage categories, how our leagues are being played, how our club teams are competing on the continental stage. So the more our teams or our players can get time on the bigger stages, then they'd have more game time and more experience, and they can be able to perform better on the continent. And just as much, how many foreign players do our East African sides have? Those contribute much to how well a team can perform on the continent.
All right, Leon, thank you very much for that update. We will, of course, be keeping an eye out for that result. CCTV's Leon Ssenyange joining us from Kampala, Uganda.